following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome to Young Field here at the Central Health Baseball Park in West Fargo. We're getting ready for an Class A EDC matchup here between the visiting Fargo Davies Eagles and the West Fargo Packers. Packers 1-1, split a pair of games down in South Dakota, and that's the only two games that they have played thus far here. We are currently under a sunny sky here in West Fargo, 48 degrees. We might see 49 if you're a gambler like me. We might see the half-century mark before this game comes to a conclusion. 48 now, 48 during the 4 o'clock hour, possibly 50 in the 5 o'clock hour. The game will be done before we hit the 6 o'clock hour. That much we know for sure. Since it's a Wednesday game, they have to be out of here by 6 and all that good stuff. So, but, you know, the good news is it's turf infield here at Young Field, 370 straightaway center field, down the right field and the left field lines. It's third base line is 335, and the right field line is also 335 here at Young Field. Of course, you got the big orange monster, if that's what you want to call it, out in left center field there. And then you got the scoreboard out in right center field. And then, so if you're ever wondering if it's going to center, left center, or right center, if it's going towards the scoreboard, it's right center. If it's going towards that orange monster, it's left center. If it goes in between the two, it's center field, we'll call it. So that is a good look at the ballpark here. As you see Fargo Davies taking their infield warm-ups. Let's go over the starting lineups for these two teams here. Of course, Fargo Davies, the visitors on the scoreboard, so they will bat first, and the Packers will bat second. Fargo Davies will bat like this, the top of the order, 1, 2, and 3. The junior center fielder, Matt Nelson, the junior shortstop, Trent Laughlin, the senior pitcher, Jacob Beckman. The middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 is the junior second baseman, Chase Keller, the junior right fielder, Paul Narum, the sophomore third baseman, Brady Haskinen, and then the bottom of the order at 7, 8, and 9 will be the catcher, the sophomore catcher, Blake Chase, the sophomore first baseman, Easton Ebling, and then the 8th grader left fielder, Wyatt Kozadowski will be your starting your batting lineup here for Fargo Davies. For the West Fargo Packers, they'll bat 1, 2, 3, Mason Stolting, Seth Wiggerstrand, Griffin Stahl. 4, 5, and 6, Jaden Grefsrud, Peyton Jancy, Aiden Wolf. 7, 8, and 9, Caleb Anderson, Easton Heisler, and Matt Heupel. Carson Twido, I'm going to have to double-check that one. It's been about 7 or 8 months since I've said it. He will be playing second base, but he will not be batting today. Griffin Stahl will be the designated hitter in place of Twido. Defensively here for the West Fargo Packers, lining up around the bases, Matt Heupel will be on the mound pitching once the teams get out here. Easton Heisler will be behind the plate catching. Then around the bases, you got Jaden Grefsrud at first. Carson Twito at second, Aiden Wolf, the shortstop, Seth Wiggerstrand at third. In the outfield, Mason Stolte in straightaway center, Peyton Jancy in right field, and Caleb Anderson in left field. And that's going to wrap up our starting lineups and our pregame show. We're going to take a quick 30 or 60-second timeout. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
All right, welcome back to Young Field here at Central Health Baseball Park in West Fargo. It's the Fargo Davies Eagles, and they're being hosted by the West Fargo Packers today. We're under a sunny sky, 48 degrees. Could possibly see the half-century mark at some point during this game. Want to say thanks to our scoreboard sponsor, mortgage lender Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, along with some of our other sponsors, including Custom Express Car Wash, Clothes Mentor in Fargo, Sinorama, Goldmark, Gotta Go Driving School. It's Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to be specific. Touchmark, Buffalo Wild Wings, presenting your strikeouts and home runs in this game, and Runnings for their support for pretty much all we're in the spring season now, so the one I'm thinking of is the winter season. So fall and winter season, we thank them for their support and their continued support into the spring and upcoming summer season as well. So if you're tuning in, just recently here, we went through the starting lineups. We'll be going through those once again here as they're going to forego the starting lineups. They're going to forego the national anthem, and the only reason that they're doing that is because the game has to be over by 6 o'clock. So an interest of time, they're going to try and get this thing started right away. The West Fargo Packers are off to the left here. There's a little bit of action other than an empty field for you. Fargo Davies is kind of more hidden in their dugout right now, so we'll keep it on the West Fargo Packers. Let's go over those starting lineups as we have hit the 4 o'clock hour, and looks like we're not quite ready to start yet. So once again, Matt Heupel will be starting on the mound. He's a senior for the Packers this year. And then his junior catcher behind the plate is Easton Heisler. Around the bases, you got the senior Jaden Grefsrud at first. Carson Twito, the senior, at second. The junior shortstop's Aiden Wolf. And the sophomore third baseman is Seth Wiggerstrand. In the outfield, you have the junior center fielder Mason Stolten, the sophomore left fielder Caleb Anderson, and the senior right fielder Peyton Jancy. And that is how the West Fargo Packers will start defensively on the field. Your batting lineup for the Fargo Davies Eagles, batting 1, 2, and 3, the junior center fielder Matt Nelson, the junior shortstop Trent Laughlin, and the senior pitcher Jacob Beckman. The middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 is the junior second baseman Chase Keller, the junior right fielder Paul Narum, the sophomore third baseman Brady Haskinen. And the bottom of the order at 7, 8, and 9 is the sophomore catcher Blake Chase, the sophomore first baseman Easton Ebling, and the 8th grade left fielder Wyatt Kozadowski. And that's how the Fargo Davies Eagles will bat here in this contest. Once again, we are going to be getting underway here any moment as the coaches are now meeting with the umpires here at home plate here at Young Field in West Fargo. It's a sunny day. We had a sunny baseball game yesterday, but don't let that sun fool you. It's still a little bit chilly out there. It's only our second game inside the confines of the state of North Dakota this season here on Magnitude Sports, but I'm confident we'll have many, many more to come. We're going to take one more time out, and then when we come back, we should have that first pitch right around the corner here for you in a moment here on Magnitude.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
All right, welcome back. There's a nice look at Matt Heupel on the mound, getting his warm-up pitches in. And once again, he'll be tossing them into the glove of Easton Heisler, the junior. And Fargo Davies has their first batter on deck, and we should be ready to go here. 4:03 local time. It'll be Matt Nelson leading things off here for the Fargo Davies Eagles, and then we'll also see Trent Laughlin and Jacob Beckman for sure this inning. We'll see how much deeper into that lineup we can get here in the top half of the first inning. Our top half of the first inning in yesterday's game between Enderlin and Kindred Richland went 23 minutes, but the game in total went 1 hour and 27, so it was just that top of the first that kind of took a little bit longer to go by, and then the rest of the game just kind of swiftly moved on, which is always a good thing, especially when it's a little bit chilly out and you're under a time constraint. You're hoping for a similar type of game here. Maybe not a 23-minute half inning, but maybe like an hour and a half, hour 40 total game in total here for Game 2 of our North Dakota season here. Saw our first home run of the high school sports season yesterday as Nick Thompson launched a 3-run homer to right center field in our game yesterday. And Kindred Richland won that game by the final score of 16-0 in 5 innings on the road at Hendrickson Field in Enderlin. So that brings us to game number 2 of North Dakota season, and it's here in West Fargo, and we're ready to go here. Once again, Matt Nelson will lead things off. He's a junior for Fargo Davies. Get a nice look at the bases there, and turn this microphone up and You're ready to go. Custom Express Car Wash scoreboard, and the first pitch comes across at 4:05 p.m., and it's good for strike number 1 here on Matt Nelson. Matt Nelson is 2 for 5 on his plate appearances on Magnitude Sports during his high school sports career. He's down in the count 0-2. And Heupel will deliver the 0-2, and he just missed it. A little low to the outside, ball 1. And he got him looking. That's the Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout number 1 for Matt Heupel. And that will bring up the next batter here. That is Trent Laughlin.
Number 4, Trent Laughlin.
So Heupel, one up, 1 down on a strikeout. We'll see if he can duplicate that process here on Laughlin. He's a junior for the Eagles. Fargo Davies in the red, West Fargo in the white. And the pitch is outside for ball 1. Laughlin 2 for 4 on his plate appearances here on Magnitude Sports over his high school sports career. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Heupel. And that one's lifted into the gap, left center field. It'll drop for a base hit. A nice hit there by Trent Laughlin. First hit of the game, and that brings up the next batter here.
18, Jacob Beckman.
It's Jacob Beckman, the senior. So Davies gets a runner on 3 minutes into the ball game. And that one is hit well to right field, but it'll be snagged there by Peyton Jancy for the first out of the game. So 1 pitch, and Beckman's out, and that brings up Chase Keller, the junior.
Now coming to the plate for the Eagles, the second baseman, number 14, Chase Keller.
All right, so 1 away. Trent Laughlin, the runner on first, and they try and pick him off there, but he's back in time. Once again, Jaden Grefstrud playing the first base possession, and then you got Carson Twito and second. Aiden Wolf, the shortstop. Seth Wiggerstrand at third. That's your infield for the West Fargo Packers. Heupel stare down the runner and deliver a pitch outside for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Sophomore and Griffin Stahl, the senior. Griffin Stahl, a power hitter for West Fargo last year. And wouldn't be a bit surprised if he's a power hitter for West Fargo this year as well. First pitch there comes in just a little bit low from Beckman for ball 1. And the 1-0. And that one's hit sharply towards first and foul. Good first strike, 1-1. 10 minutes, time of the ball game now. Top half of the first inning took 9 minutes to play. Add in about a minute commercial break, and now we've just hit the 11-minute mark. This one, 2-hopper right towards Keller at second. He'll fire it over to first for the out.
Now coming to the plate for the Packers, the third baseman, number 10, Seth Wiggerstrand.
So 4-3 ground out for Stolting, and now Seth Wiggerstrand, the sophomore, steps up to the plate here with nobody on and 1 away in the bottom half of the first inning. Fargo Davies getting no runs on a hit, no West Fargo errors. They leave 2 on base in the top half of that first inning. And that pitch there comes in for ball number 1. Griffin Stahl on deck here for the West Fargo Packers. And here's the 1-0 delivery. And that one just a little bit below the knees for ball 2. It was right down the middle of the plate. But it was a little bit too low. And there's a sinking fastball for a strike. 2-1 the count now here to Wiggerstrand. One's fouled back. I'll even the count up at 2 apiece. Two-two pitch. Beckman winds and deals. Low for ball 3. Full count, number 1 for Fargo Davies now. And that one's fouled away, so stay alive, and there will be a second payoff pitch here. Payoff pitch number 2 is inside for ball 4. He walks him. Puts the runner on, brings up Griffin Stahl, the senior.
Now coming to the plate for the Packers, the DH number 15, Griffin Stahl.
And strike on the outside edge. Beckman with no strikeouts yet. Matt Heupel has 2 Buffalo Wild Wings strikeouts as they try to pick off Wiggerstrand on first, but he's back in time. 0-1 the count here to Griffin Stahl. Jaden Grefsrud is on deck. 1 away, runner on, and he will check his swing, and that's good for a ball. 1-1 the count now. And now another pickoff attempt there, but Wiggerstrand ready. And back easily in time. So one's across the board here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. And that one's into the turf and taken off is Wiggerstrand for second. He'll make it with no throw. And the pitch comes across for ball 2. And that one will hit the corner outside edge for a strike. And now the throw back to second, and they're really trying to get Wiggerstrand off base there. They had 2 or 3 attempts at first, and now the first one on second. And those can really drag out the time of a game too if they do too many of those. He's getting a comfortable lead off. That one's hit well into right field. That's easily going to score. Wiggerstrand is already halfway to third base before the ball was even hit. He will come across. It's an RBI double for Griffin Stahl, and it's 1-0 in favor of the West Fargo Packers.
Now coming to the plate for the Packers, the first baseman, number 2, Jaden Grefsrud.
So the first hit of the game for the Packers produces a run as Wiggerstrand scores from second. Griffin Stahl will take his place on second. And now Jaden Grefsrud will see if he can duplicate the success there of his teammate Griffin Stahl. Pitch comes outside for ball 1. 15 pitches for Beckman now, 8 balls, 7 strikes unofficially according to my numbers. 1 row as Beckman checks back on Stahl on second and delivers probably a knuckleball or a wild pitch. Usually the knuckleball is responsible for a wild pitch like that, but he took a swing anyway, so it's a strike. One's across the board again. Ball strike out, runner on, swing and a miss, strike 2. Glad that wasn't my car going off in the parking lot there. It would have been a while before my 1 ball, 2 strikes. Griffin Stahl moves over to third. That pitch is a little bit low. It's 2-2 now.
Would be in this game?
No idea. Assume West Fargo.
Well, there you go. You got your first winner prediction from our crowd. Swing and a miss for a strike. And that is a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Jared Beckman.
Now come to the plate for your Packers, the right fielder, number 6, Peyton Jancy.
So one run, runner on third, 90 feet away from making it 2-0 potentially if Peyton Jancy can produce a hit here with 2 outs. And the first pitch to Jancy is right down the middle. It's going to go into the backstop. Beckman runs to the plate. Play at the plate. Safe on the head first slide by Griffin Stahl. And it's 2-0. It was a nice hustle by Beckman, but he just couldn't quite get there in time as the speedy Griffin Stahl took about 2.3 seconds to move 90 feet down the baseline, and it's 2-0. So now Peyton Jancy, 2 balls, no strikes, and no runners on. And now make it 3 balls and no strikes. And we'll see if Beckman cashes in his free strike coupon here or if he'll walk him and allow the Packers a little bit of opportunity here to play some 2-out bingo. Here's the 3-0. That's down the middle for the strike, so he did get the free strike as expected. We'll see if he can do another one and fill up the count here. He'll wind, deal the 3-1. Ooh, that one nearly hit him. I don't think it hit him, but it's ball 4 regardless.
Now coming to the plate for your Packers, the shortstop, number 4, Aiden Wolf.
Going to put it into the books as a walk, and now Aiden Wolf will come up to the plate. With a runner on and 2 away here, and a 2-0 lead for West Fargo here in the bottom of the first. And now Beckman will step off the mound and reset. And the pitch showing bunt, bunts it right back to Beckman. Beckman, it's going to be close at first, and that's going to be a wild throw at first. There'll be an error charge to the pitcher, and coming around to score is Peyton Jancy. It's 3-0, and Aiden Wolf will move into third on the same error.
Now coming to the plate for the Packers, the left fielder, number 14, Caleb Anderson.
So they add another run now. And that one's a little bit high for a ball. I believe it's 1-0. Caleb Anderson is the batter. He's 2 for 6 on his plate appearances here in his high school career on Magnitude Sports. Now it's 2 balls and no strikes. Unless the umpire says something different, but so far no confirmation. And he'll walk him. That was actually ball 3. So runners on the corners now. 4-pitch walk puts Anderson on base. Aiden Wolf over on third. And that brings up batter number 8 in the Once again, Sean Carr Country Credit Union and Custom Express Car Wash, along with Clothes Mentor, Signorama, Goldmark Commercial Real Estate, Gotta Go Driving School in Fargo, Touchmark, Buffalo Wild Wings, Runnings, bringing you today's coverage of the Eagles and Packers here on Magnitude Sports. If you have a chance to go get some lunch from Buffalo Wild Wings or get a home loan from Sean Carlson or go to Car Wash from Custom Express Car Wash, we'd certainly appreciate you patronizing those businesses. Jeff Weber, he's the man you need to call if your son or daughter needs driving lessons at Gotta Go Driving School. They do, in addition to the driving lessons, they help them prepare for the exams and all that good stuff. Runners on the corners with 2 outs now. Here is Beckman will deal to Heisler and gets a strike in there, 0-1. Runners on once again, Caleb Anderson, the sophomore. It's going to be a rundown between first and second. Now the question is, no, it did not count. Okay. The question was, did Wolf hit the plate before he got tagged? And the home plate umpire is saying, no, the run does not count. So that will end the first inning of play. They'll officially strand 2 on base, just like the Eagles did in the top half. We're 23 minutes into the ball game, and we'll be back after this with the top of the second right after this here on Vegas.
They scored 3 runs on 1 hit.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, the Packers get 3 runs on the hit, 1 Eagles error.
The third baseman, number 24, Brady Heiskanen.
And they leave, I think I said they left 2 on base. They actually left only 1 on base.
Okay. Yeah, I guess different animal.
And they're up 3-0 here in the top of the second. The batter's Brady Heiskanen. He's a sophomore for the Eagles. Takes that pitch for ball 1. You also see Blake Chase, the sophomore, and Easton Ebling, the sophomore. It's batters 6, 7, and 8 here in the top of the second here for the Eagles. That one hit well left field, and getting underneath it for the grab is Caleb Anderson, and that's out number 1.
Now
2 pitches and 1 out.
Eagles, the catcher, number 1, Blake Chase.
And that one will skip off the turf for ball number 2. So 2 quick balls on 2 pitches here to Blake Chase after getting the first batter out on 2 pitches. On deck is Easton Ebling. He's batter. Chase and Ebling represent batters 7 and 8 in the lineup. This will be pitch number 20 for Heupel, according to my numbers. And pitch 20 is down for ball number 9 and ball 3 to Blake Chase. So we've hit 4:30 local time here. Partly sunny sky, 49 degrees. Cross your fingers, we might hit the half-century mark before this game's over. That's the forecasted high for today, it's 50. That one will pop off, and that'll be a 4-pitch walk. So Chase walks, and that brings up Easton Ebling. First and third batters went down on strikeouts. 1-0 here down to Ebling with Wyatt Kozadowski on deck. Heupel stares down the runner and delivers the pitch right down the middle. Strike one on the changeup there. One's across the board, and the 1-1. Got the inside edge.
It's colder than it looks.
I know, man.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And Heupel delivers. Swing and a miss for Buffalo Wild Wings. Strikeout number 3 for Heupel. And that's 2 away now here for the Eagles.
Number 2, Wyatt Kozadowski.
It's like Narnia here, man. I'm sure it's all my friends.
Heupel delivers high for a ball, 1-0. Once again, it's Wyatt Kozadowski, the 8th grader for Fargo Davies. Heupel 2 away, runner on, sends it. Ooh, a nasty slider into the inside of the plate for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count now to Kozadowski.
So where's Midco out of? Is that out of Fargo?
We're out of Sioux Falls.
Okay.
And the 1-1, high and out for ball number 2. Two balls and a strike here to Kozadowski. If he can reach base, Matt Nelson, top of the order, would be on deck, and we'd see him next. But there is 2 away. Here's the 2-1, swing and a miss, and the count's now even at 2-2. Ball strike on 4 pitches in that order to Kozadowski from Heupel, and now Heupel looking to possibly record. He ended the first inning with a strikeout. Can he end the second inning with a strikeout? We'll find out here potentially on this pitch. He'll stare down Chase on first, and now Chase will take off for second, and he's out. It will not be a strikeout. Kozadowski will see him at bat in the top of the third to lead things off as Chase gets tagged out trying to steal, and that ends the top half of the second inning. We're 30 minutes into the ballgame now, and the Packers up 3-0. They'll exchange the gloves for the bats and come out swinging right after the break here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We'll be right back.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
All right, welcome back. Standing in the batter's box is Easton Heisler, the junior for the Packers, as they lead 3-0 here in the bottom half of the second inning now. That pitch, fastball right down the middle for strike one. Nicely done, nicely thrown pitch there by Beckman. Beckman has 1 Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout so far. And he'll deliver towards Heiskanen. Heiskanen fires across the diamond, not in time. I think he dropped the ball too. It looked like he run it out, though, so going to the books is a hit, not an error. So Heisler on with an infield single, and that brings up Matt Heupel. They did charge it as an error. It looked to me as if
Now
he had run out
for
the
the
throw.
Packers, the pitcher number 21, Matthew Heupel.
We'll go ahead and
And
match
running at
that.
first base, number 5, Ethan Smith.
Because you guys didn't do any, like, you guys.
All right, we've adjusted our scorebook to match the one in the outfield. We'll have to look at the replay on that one. So this is Matt Heupel now batting for the Packers. That pitch is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Heupel. On deck is Mason Stolting. Heupel representing batter number 9 in the lineup here for the Packers. And that one is fouled back for a strike, and it's 1-1. Quick glance there at Heisler on first, and now he'll accept the pitch and deliver the pitch outside for a ball. I'm not sure if that's the one that he accepted, but it's the one he tossed, so 2-1 the count. So Beckman will get the signal from Chase once again, glance over his left shoulder at Heisler, and set, wind, and deliver. Heisler takes off, and now Chase tosses it up to second, and Heisler able to slide underneath the tag attempt by Chase Keller, and he'll successfully steal the base. Pitch comes across for a ball. It's 3-1.
They scored one more time. You might be
Yeah, I was just thinking I might be able to lead after this inning.
Nobody out, runner in scoring position, and had that stayed fair, it would have been 5-0.
Wednesdays I like to keep pretty light because Saturday I usually am there like 10 hours, you know.
We'll try and move our crowd mic during the next commercial break here. That one is hit into the gap right center. And that they're going to send Heisler from second. He's going to round third, and the throw will not be made. It'll come in to Chase Keller, the second baseman, and he will hold it in his glove and allow Heisler to score, and it's an RBI single for Heupel.
Now running at first base, Landon Troffgruben.
Landon Troffgruben will come in to take over the running responsibilities on first base for West Fargo.
Number 11, Mason Stolting.
Stolting 0 for 1, grounded out on a 4-3 last time he was at the plate. That's second base if you're not familiar with the numbers. Mason Stolting, the junior.
Similar to, it's like actually really interesting. I get very into.
And that pitch will miss for ball number 1.
Like fanthropology.
Seth Wiggerstrand is on deck. Still nobody out here, and they've already scored 1 in this inning.
You know, and what's really fascinating is the Bulls.
Now the pickoff attempt at first, but Troffgruben back in time. Had to look at the roster once again to get familiar with number 7.
And like the Timberwolves fan base seem to like not be
And the 1-0 caught the edge for a strike. It's 1-1 to Stolting. 40 pitches now for Beckman. 21 balls, 19 strikes, according to my numbers unofficially. And here's the 1-1 delivery, and he'll send it to center field. Backing up is Matt Nelson, and he will not make the grab. Troffgruben around second, head into third. They'll pump the brakes there, and it's going to be a double for Stolting.
And I did like the NBA podcast in my preview. I was like, this team could win 35 games. They could win 45 games.
Now coming to the plate for the Packers, the third baseman, number 10, Seth Wiggerstrand.
It's just crazy, like Chicago. Everyone's like, oh, what a disappointment. It's like,
So they'll officially record that as a single, and he'll advance to second on the hesitation stop. So runners on second and third. And the pitch here to Seth Wiggerstrand, who was walked last time he was at the plate, comes in for ball one. And the 1-0 pitch is low for ball two. Second and third, Mason Stolting, the runner on second. Landon Troffgruben, the runner on third. Backstop, Troffgruben's gonna come in, Beckman to the plate, and he's safe. Troffgruben scores from third, and Stolting moves into third. Pitch results in ball three.
okay, got him under.
And it's now 5-0 in favor of West Fargo. Ooh, high and in. He had to duck down to earn the walk on that one. And that's ball four. Now runners on the corners for Griffin Stahl. Griffin Stahl with an RBI double. Smacked it out into right field last time he was at the plate. And that would score the first run of the game here for the West Fargo Packers. And now up to second, and now back home. They will not make the throw, and Mason Stolting gets the free, or I should say Wiggerstrand gets the free steal on the run scored by Stolting, and now it's 6-0. And that takes all but one of the runners off base, so it's a double steal. 6-0, 3 in each half inning. Nobody out. And now time is called. Griffin Stahl will step out of the batter's box here, adjust some equipment on his wrist, possibly a glove. Six runs on 3 hits. Out. Ooh, that did indeed catch the outer edge of the plate, and it's 0-2 according to the umpire, instead of 1-1. And did he just call balk or? Yep. They will award Wiggerstrand the third base on the balk.
What was the rule there?
Dude, I don't even know box.
No balls and 2 strikes to Griffin Stahl. Seth Wiggerstrand moves up to third and got a strikeout. It's Beckman's second Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout of the game, and that's the first out of the inning. And it feels like, now they haven't done it.
Packers, the first baseman, number 2, Jaden Gressrud.
They haven't done it, but it certainly feels like West Fargo has batted through the lineup here before they got their first out. So Stahl goes down on 3 pitchers, and now this one will go off to the right side of the batter's box, allowing Wiggerstrand to score, and it's 7-0 as Wiggerstrand will come in on the wild pitch, and ball 1 to Jaden Gressrud, who's 0 for 1, struck out swinging on the first Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout delivered by Jacob Beckman earlier in the game. And according to my numbers, this will be pitch number 50, and pitch 50 drops in for ball 27.
You're stationed out of Fargo then?
Yep.
Nice. Where's your guys?
And the 2-0. And that one's drilled up the middle, and it'll go into shallow center field. It's good for a single for Gressrud, and I'll bring up Peyton Jancy.
Now coming to the plate for your Packers, the right fielder, number 6, Peyton Jancy.
And it looks like we might have a change on the mound here for Fargo Davies. That's my guess. We'll see. And he does indeed, coach does indeed reach for the ball, so they'll do it for Jacob Beckman. Unofficially, 51 pitches, 27 balls, 24 strikes, has allowed 7 runs. He'll be responsible for Jaden Grefsrud on first, should he come around and score. And then we can officially close the book on Beckman at that point. But once again, 51 pitches total, 27 balls, 24 strikes, allowed 7 runs on, let's check this here, on 5 hits, according to my numbers. They have 4 hits. They flip-flopped a hit with an error, according to my book, so we'll go with that. 7 runs on 4 hits, and he's still responsible for Grefsrud on first. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back, get you the info on the new pitcher here in just a moment on the Magnitude Sports Network. All right, Xavier Honer on the mound now here for Fargo Davies, and he's getting ready to face off against Peyton Jancy. Once again, the runner on first is Jaden Grefsrud, and Jared Beckman would be responsible for Grefsrud should he come around and score. First pitch comes in for a strike from Honer to Jancy. Jancy was walked by Beckman last time he was at the plate. Seven runs on 4 hits and 3 Fargo Davies Eagles errors. And there's a strike. Oh, or 1 and 2, excuse me, here to Jancy. And now he'll step off. They'll force Grefsrud to touch up on the first base bag. And the 1-2. That's inside for 2 and 2. Strike, strike, and a ball on 4 pitches in that order. 1 out, 1 runner on. Aiden Wolf, the junior, is on deck here for West Fargo. And the 2-2 on the way here from Honer. Not quite yet. We're going to hold off on that 2-2 pitch for a moment. Official will call time. Jancy steps into the box. Official awards the honor to pitch and take a quick glance at Grefsrud on first, and I don't think that pitch counted. They're going to call another balk, and they're going to allow Grefsrud to go up to second. So it remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, as that pitch did not count. And that one fouled him right back. Would have been in my left hand had there been no net there. And it'll remain 2-2 once again. And that one's a little bit low for a ball, and it's a full count. 3-2 now here to Peyton Jancy. So Honer was up in the count 0-2, and now he's delivered 3 balls in a row. Full count, and we'll see what happens here on the payoff pitch. That one cranked to left, but drifted foul. Just went a hair early on that swing. Otherwise, it would have been an RBI for Jancy to left field had he waited just a split second on that swing. 7 pitches for Honer so far, all 7 of them to Peyton Jancy. He'll take a second look at Grefsrud and deliver. And they're going to say that he got hit. I think they're going to say he got hit by a pitch. He goes on base as a result.
Now coming to the plate for the Packers, the shortstop, number 4, Aiden Wolf.
Aiden Wolf reached base on an error last time he was at the plate. 2 runners on now, first and second with 1 out. Packers scored 3 of those 4 runs with 0 outs on the board, and that one skimmed off the top of the bat on the swing and hit the backstop right where the backstop meets the metal bleachers. Sounded almost like a metallic car crash. That one's popped up, and it's going to be out of play. So 0-2 now, as Wolf has fouled off the first 2 pitches. 10 pitches for Honer now, 6 strikes, 4 balls, according to my numbers. One and 2 the count. Yeah, I think it's 1-2. Yep, 1-2. Grefsrud on second, Jancy on first. The batter once again, Aiden Wolf, Caleb Anderson, the batter on deck, 1 away if no double plays happen. That one's up high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 delivery. That one hit foul down the third base line. It'll remain 2-2. Goldmark Commercial Real Estate, Jeff Weber, Gotta Go Driving School, Sean Carlson, Mortgage Lender at Town and Country Credit Union, Custom Express Car Wash. Just a few of our sponsors bringing you action here between the Packers and Eagles today on Magnitude Sports. We're at Young Field in West Fargo, 49 degrees under a partly sunny sky. That one behind the shoulders of Aiden Wolf for ball 3, and it's a full count. Payoff pitch here, potentially. A bad pitch could potentially load the bases. He'll peek back at second and deliver. Hit hard, left field. That's going to be a base hit. And rounding third is Grefsrud, and he will score. And now the throw up to third is going to go in foul territory. Jancy will come in to score. Throw to plate is not good. And Aiden Wolf will make it to third. So it's going to be an RBI double for Aiden Wolf. And then Jancy will score on an error, and Aiden Wolf will advance to third on the error. So it's a hit and an error on that particular instance.
Now coming to the plate for your Packers, the left fielder, number 14, Caleb Anderson.
Caleb Anderson, the batter now. 1 ball, no strikes. He's 0 for 0. He was walked last time he was at the plate. And the 1-0 delivery. And so they need to put 2 more runs on the board here for West Fargo. It's 9-0. So they've scored 3 runs on 1 out, or on 0 outs, and now they've scored 3 runs on 1 out. And that pitch comes inside for another ball, and it's 3-0 to Caleb Anderson. Easton Heisler is on deck. And that one's outside. They'll walk them, put runners on the corners. A 4-pitch walk to Anderson. Anderson walked for the 2nd time in this game, 1 by each
now
pitcher.
Coming to the plate for your Packers, that catcher, number 9, Easton Heisler.
Heisler got on base with a single / possibly changed to an error. That's the one that we were talking about where we wanted to look at the replay on it. It was the inning-ending one, and the pitch comes across for a strike. And it's 0-1. 5 minutes shy of the 1 hour mark here, and Honer has now tossed 20 pitches. 9 of them have found the strike zone. Here's the 0-1. Hit into center field. That's going to drop for a hit. It's going to be good for a single. Coming in to score is Aiden Wolf. Anderson up to second, and Heisler on with an RBI single to center field. And it's now 10-0 in favor of the West Fargo Packers.
Now running for the Packers, Ethan Smith. Now coming to the plate for the Packers, the pitcher, number 21, Matthew Heupel.
Ethan Smith, the senior, will take over running on first. And then you have Caleb Anderson on second. And the batter's Matt Heupel, 1 for 1. Smashed a single out into right field last time he was at the plate. That pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. If Heupel can reach base, it'll be Mason Stolting. Well, there's only 1 out, so we'll see Stolting unless a double play happens. Then the 1-0, and that one's hit out into left field, and it's going to go over the head of Kozadowski. There we go, I got it right. And coming in from second is Caleb Anderson to put the Packers up 11-0. It will be a RBI single for Heupel.
For West Fargo, Landon Troffgruben. Now coming to the plate for the Packers, the center fielder, number 11, Mason Stolting.
Landon Troffgruben will come in and run for Heupel at first. And we'll have another visit to the mound here as Honer has, it looks like, I think he just took the ball from him, or did he? If he did, it was a hidden ball trick and I missed it, so. Looks like he's going to stay on the mound. I have him at 23 pitches right now. 12 balls and 11 strikes. We're 2 minutes shy of the 1 hour mark of the ball game here, and the West Fargo Packers have plated 8 runs here in the bottom of the second. 3 of them off the arm of, actually 4 of them off the arm of Jared Beckham, and then, or Jacob Beckham, excuse me, and now 4 more off the arm of Honer. So to reset, you got Ethan Smith on second. Landon Troffgruben, the runner, on first. Mason Stolting, the batter. Seth Wiggerstrand is on deck. Mason Stolten turns us back to the top of the order here for the West Fargo Packers. Up 11-0, scoring 8 of those runs here, and they're going to score a few more. That one's going to be hit to right field, and rounding third is Ethan Smith. He will come in and score, no problem. It's an RBI single to right field for Stolting. That also advances Troffgruben over to third.
Now coming to the plate for the Packers, the third baseman, number 10, Seth Wiggerstrand.
So runners on the corners now, and it's 12-0 in favor of the West Fargo Packers. 12 runs on 8 hits, and 4 Eagles errors. 9 runs in a third of an inning. They still have 2 outs to work with here. And that pitch is outside for ball 1. "24 minutes now here in the bottom of the second, and still counting. 1-0. And that one hits sharply but bounces foul down the third baseline, and it's 1-1. Troffgruben getting a nice lead off on third. That one will bounce into the turf, and Wiggerstrand will tell Troffgruben to stay where he's at. They'll try the pickoff attempt to no avail. Three balls, 1 strike here to the batter, Wiggerstrand. Eagles still looking to record that second out, and they're not going to get it there. And that'll go into the books as a stolen base for Troffgruben on a wild pitch. 14-0.
Now coming to the plate for your Packers, the DH, number 15, Griffin Stahl.
So runners on first and second now with 1 out. And the new batter is Griffin Stahl, batter 3 in the lineup here. We've crossed the 1 hour mark of the ball game now, 1 hour and 2 minutes. Stahl will foul that one off his left foot. That doesn't always feel the greatest when that happens. Ten runs here in the bottom half of the second, all on 1 out. Well, take that back. 3 of the 10 on 1 out, 7 of the 10 on the first out. 0 out, 1 out. I think you know what I was trying to say there. And we get a strike, and it's 0-2 here to Griffin Stahl. Jaden Grafstrud is on deck. And that one's hit high and deep to right field. It's not going to be deep enough, and initially I thought it would be. It's going to land for a hit out in right field, and that will load the bases. It's Griffin Stahl with a deep single to right. I thought that had a chance initially coming off the bat to be a 3-run homer, but
now coming to the plate for your Packers, the first baseman, number 2, Jaden Gressrud.
lifted that one up just a little bit too high in the air. Jaden Gressrud now 1 for 2, struck out swinging. Last time he was at the plate, he singled out into shallow center. So the base is loaded. And ball 1 to Gressrud. You got Mason Stolting, the runner on third. Seth Wiggerstrand, the runner on second. Griffin Stahl, the runner on first. An hour and 4 minutes into the ball game. 1 away, 13-0. Here in the bottom of the second, favor the West Fargo Packers on your Custom Express Car Wash scoreboard. Wind up in the 1-0. Hit hard, right field, foul. Good for a strike. Runners will trot back to their original bases. All right, we apologize for the internet issues. Apparently our hotspot is out now, so we're going to try and get that fixed. But bear with us, and we'll get that fixed eventually here. And that'll be a walk. So it's a bases-loaded walk to make the score 14-0. Still with 1 out.
Now coming to the plate for the Packers, the right fielder, number 6, Peyton Chansey.
That's in for a ball. It's 1-0. That one's hit up high left field. It's drifting foul and out of play. So now there's 2 balls and a strike. One more run for the Packers would put the 15-run rule in 3 into effect if they can reach that and maintain it. And it's another bases-loaded walk. And it's now 15-0, as we just mentioned. That should put the 3-run rule into effect here. As the umpire will get a new ball, and we'll have a break. We're gonna keep it here. We're gonna turn off our microphones for a moment. We're gonna see if we can get some internet issues taken care of here. All right, welcome back. I believe the internet issues have been resolved, so thank you for bearing with us. 15-0 as they're going to do a pitching change here. They have scored 12 of their, check that, they have scored, -3. They've scored 12 this inning, so they have scored 9 of their 12 runs with 1 out on the board here, and the other 3 came with 0 outs. And now the new pitcher is going to be Luke Sinkik. Xavier Honer, I had him down unofficially for 41 pitches, 24 balls, 17 strikes. Let's see here. Beckham had 7 runs, so 15 minus 7 is 8. So he's responsible for 8 runs, possibly 9, possibly 10, possibly 11. If those 3 runners on base come in to score, they will not go against Sinkik. They will be charged to Honer if they come in and score. And now we return to action here. Aiden Wolf, the batter. And Aiden Wolf launches one to right field, and it's going to drift foul. And did he make the catch? No, the ball started rolling out of his glove there, but it was a nice attempt. I believe that was the first baseman, Ebling, and it was. And so he will get an A for effort, trying to get that second out, which seems to have been a long time ago since they recorded the first out. And 1 hour and 11 minutes, 5:15. This game will have potentially have a 45-minute time limit on it. And that one's hit to right field, and that could potentially be the second out if Narum can make the grab, and he doesn't. It falls through his glove, and another run's going to score. And it will be an RBI single, maybe an error. Yep, they are going to give him an error on that one. Yeah, that would be the right. It's kind of hard to see the outfielder.
For your Packers, the left fielder, number 14, Caleb Anderson.
So that error will be charged to the right fielder. That'll bring in Griffin Stahl from third. That'll move Grafstrud up to third. It'll move Jancy up to second. And they'll bring up Caleb Anderson, and it's now 16-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Double check our internet. Looks like we're good. Awesome. I want to thank a viewer for sending me a text alerting me to those internet issues. And that text person was exactly right when I went to check it. So we're able to get that fixed. And there's a strike. Let's see here. I believe it's Caleb Anderson. Yep, it is. It's 2 balls and a strike to Caleb Anderson. Bases are loaded. 1 out. And the 2-1. That one's hit up high. Left field, drifting foul, and out of play. 2-2. Caleb Anderson walked once by Becking, walked once by Honer, and now he's potentially a pitch away from being walked here by Sinkik. Full count, 3-2. We'll see if Sinkik can get a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout here. And he does. That second out of the inning finally comes.
Now coming to the plate for your Packers, the catcher, number 9, Easton Heisler.
Easton Heisler's 2 for 2. Couple of singles. And that pitch will bounce off the turf for ball 1 to Heisler. If Heisler can reach base, Matt Heupel is on deck. I believe, I have to double check my books here. I believe this is the 16th or 17th batter of the inning here for West Fargo. 3-0 is the count. 19th batter. I just got confirmation. It's the 19th batter. And the 20th batter is on deck, and we'll see that 20th batter as Heisler's walked on a bases-loaded walk to make the score 17-0, as Peyton Jancy will trot in and touch up on the plate.
Now coming to the plate for your Packers, the pitcher number 21, Matthew Heupel.
And we'll have a courtesy runner on first for Easton Heisler.
Now running at first base, number 5, Ethan Smith.
Ethan Smith, the senior. And that one's hit hard to first base, and he'll step on the bag. They'll leave 3 stranded on base as we come to the end of the second inning. And it's now 17-0, and the Eagles will need to score 7, I believe, to keep this, force this game into the bottom of the third, I believe. When we come back from the commercial break, we'll see if that is right. And we'll be right back here in a moment on Magnitude Sports.
They score 4.
I kind of wonder where to even begin about what I love about Touchmark. It's everything. It's the time with the residents. It's my team. I work with wonderful individuals every single day. I love the people, and my job is to connect with them, and that's a pretty great job to have, that you get to make genuine, real connections with our residents and our team members. It's just the overall community. That is Touchmark. That's what I love.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
All right, welcome back. Matt Heupel, 29 pitches, 16 strikes, 13 balls. And now taking over on the mound here for the Packers is the senior Logan Vangerud. 0 pitches, 0 balls, 0 strikes. As he continues to warm up here, the Packers get 14 of their 17 runs in the bottom half of the second. I did ask during the commercial break, and we do believe that this game will come to an end here if Fargo Davies cannot collapse. They'll need to score at least 3 to force the bottom of the third. It's a 15-run rule after 3. So we'll see if they can get the 3 and force the bottom of the third inning. We are at 5:22 p.m., and I believe there's a 6 o'clock time limit on this game. So we'll see how it all pans out. But swing and a miss for strike 1. It appears that West Fargo will pick up the victory here in this one. Now it's cranked foul, out of play down the first base side for a strike. And it's 0-2 now here too. It's Wyatt Kozadowski, the 8th grade left fielder, at the plate batting. 1 hour and 20 minutes, time of the game now. And he'll reach for that. It'll be a drop third strike, and he'll toss it up to first, and he's safe. Kozadowski reaches on a drop third strike. And they have a runner on. And now it'll be Matt Nelson, the junior. Went down swinging on strikes last time he was at the plate.
Now coming to the plate for the Eagles, the center fielder number 5, Matthew Nelson.
There's the pitch. Outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. I did not mean to hit that button, folks. Let's take care of it here. We got our scoreboard back up. And we should be in the top of the third and not the bottom of the third. Let me adjust that really quick. That may have been a result of my accidental button push there. Matter of fact, I know it was. They'll try the pickoff attempt there, but runner back in time. It's 2 balls and a strike here to Matt Nelson. And a runner on first. Three and one. Runner goes, and it'll be a walk, so he won't get credit for the steal. And it'll be 2 runners on, and it'll be Trent Laughlin is the scheduled batter here for Fargo
the Eagles, the shortstop, number 4, Trent Laughlin.
Laughlin's 1 for 1. He singled out into shallow left center last time he was at the plate. Snuck one between third base and the shortstop, closer to the shortstop. Pitch comes in for a strike here to Laughlin, and it's 0-1. 2 runners on, nobody out, top of the third. And a 17-0 lead here for West Fargo. 1 hour and 22 minutes time of the game. Vangarud will toss pitch number 10 right here. Swing and a miss, strike 2. West Fargo does have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen. I'm not sure if they're going to need him or not, but we'll find out. That one outside, and he looked like Laughlin was going to chase after it. And it's a good thing that he didn't, because now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Otherwise, it would have been 1 out on the board. 2 runners on, nobody out. If those 2 runs plus Laughlin come around and score, we'll see the bottom of the third. 2-2. The 14 runs by the Packers is 2 runs shy of the most runs scored in a half inning of play on magnitude. That feat was accomplished by...
Now coming to the plate for the Eagles, the first baseman, number 18, Jacob Beckman.
That feat was accomplished by Fargo Post 400 when they scored 16 in the bottom of the third against Jamestown. Of course, Fargo Davies, a feeder team of Post 400, if that's what you want to call it. There, this is Backman, and that's going right field, out of play, and foul for a strike. 0-1 or 1-1. Beckman is 0 for 1. He would fly out to Peyton Jancy in right field last time he was at the plate. Right field playing in, left and center playing about medium. And that pitch is a little high for a ball. Ball 2. No, it's actually 3-1. Okay. Just made the correction out on the scoreboard in the outfield. Now ours matches, and that'll be a walk. And that'll load the bases for Fargo Davies.
Now coming to the plate for the Eagles, the second baseman, number 14, Chase Keller.
Right down the middle. Nicely tossed pitch there by Vangerud. Chase Keller, the batter, 0 for 0. He was walked last time he was at the plate. This is his second trip to the plate here in this contest. Vangerud, 18 pitches, 10 of them strikes. Make that, oh, just missed. A little bit high, maybe a little bit outside too, and it's 1-1. Paul Narum's on deck, one away, bases loaded. And Vangerud will toss pitch 20 right here. There is one out. That one's fouled off for 1-2 now. And the 1-2 pitch. Nice block there by Heisler to keep the run from coming in. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. One away, bases loaded, and Vangerud has a little bit of a task on his hands here. He's got to try and get his team out of this situation here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and we'll see if he can get the second out here on this pitch. Little half, and he'll throw it right back home for the force out. Up to first for the double play. It's a 1-2-3 double play to end the 3rd inning, and I believe that might be a final. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back and let you know for sure here in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
All right, so clarified, and that 15 run and 3 that I was thinking of is a softball rule. This one's going to go to 5 or until 6 o'clock, whichever one comes first. And leading off here is, let's see, number 3. They're going to make some changes here in the lineup. Mason Stolting was the scheduled batter, and is going to be Jordan Burchell, a senior, takes over the number 1 spot in the batting lineup here for the West Fargo Packers. 1 hour, 29 minutes, time of the game. Up to this point. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Now it's ball 2. Once again, Jordan Burchell, the batter. He'll take ball 3. Luke, let's see here. Sicknick, I believe is how you say it, on the mound pitching here for Fargo Davies. And there is ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk to Jordan Burchell. He gets on base, and that will bring up, let's see here. I'm going to make a change.
Now coming to the plate for the Packers, number 19, Brady Medina.
Yep, so taking the place of Seth Wiggerstrand in the number 2 spot, who was 0 for 0 for 3 walks, is going to be Brady Medina. And the first pitch to him will hit the strike zone, 0-1. Brady Medina, 3 for 10 on his lifetime appearances at the plate here on Magnitude Sports. A couple hits to left field, 1 hit to right field, and 1 ground out to second, and a handful of flyouts. One ball, 1 strike, and the pitch, and he'll foul it off for strike number 2. The bottom half of the second took 48 minutes to play, if I did the time math right on that one. Looking at my notes here. And it's 2-2. On fouled off first base side. It'll remain 2-2. And now Burchell's going to take off for second. Full count now, 3-2 to Brady Medina. And Medina to center field, and it'll drop. And they will put runners on the corners. It'll be a single for Medina.
Now coming to the plate for your Packers, number 8, Carson Twito.
Carson Twito will take the number 3 spot in the batting lineup, substituting in for Griffin Stahl, who was 2 for 3 with a double, strikeout, and a single. Carson Twito, a senior this year for the Packers. And the pitch. And Twito will lift that one up. Shallow center field. Looks like it's going to drop. Yeah, and it will. Center fielder tried to get there in time. Now the bases are loaded on a single by Twito to center field. And
now coming to the plate for the Packers, number 12, Leighton Hoffman.
Burchell staying at third as that one was popped up, and wasn't 100% sure if it would be caught or not, and it wasn't deep enough to tag, so that'll load the bases. And, ooh, that one's off the right knee of Sinkic, and reaching base and scoring, and that was taking the place of Jaden Grefsrud. That was Leighton Hoffman, who just hit the infield single off the left knee of the pitcher. That will score Burchell to make it 18-0. And they're going to go check on Sinkic to make sure that he's okay. Once again, Hoffman, fired that pitch right back, and it came, I think I said his left knee, but I meant to say his right knee. His left knee from my vantage point, but that'd be his right knee. So got the RBI single off the right knee of the pitcher.
24, Tanner Larson.
He'll be awarded a couple warm-up pitches to make sure that he's okay. And now Peyton Jancy, 0 for 0, walk, hit by a pitch and a walk. He'll be substituted out for, I think that's number 2, 24. Tanner Larson, a senior, will step up to the plate now. Bases loaded, nobody out. 18-0 in favor of the Packers, and that pitch will miss for ball 1 here to Tanner Larson. Two balls and no strikes. Aiden Wolf, the scheduled batter, but it looks like he's going to be replaced by Ethan Smith, who is on deck right now. 1 hour, 37 minutes, time of the game so far. Apologize for the hiccup there. 2 balls and a strike. Bases loaded. You got Brady Medina on third, Carson Twito on second, Leighton Hofflin on first, nobody out. And a 2 balls, 1 strike count, and here's the 2-1 pitch, and that one's going to be hit right into the glove of Chase Keller, who will not be able to pick it up. It'll be an error charge to the second baseman. Run will score. It's 19-0.
Now come to the plate for the Packers, number 5, Ethan Smith.
Aiden Wolf was 1 for 3, reached on a error, single, and another error, and now he'll be replaced by Ethan Smith, as we mentioned a moment ago. Ethan Smith 0 for 2 on his plate appearances here on Magnitude Sports Lifetime. And now he's 0 for 2 on the count as well. No balls and 2 strikes. That one's fouled back and it'll remain 0-2. Eagles looking to record that first out here. Three in the first, 14 in the second, 2 so far here in the third, and that one will be caught for the first out. Runners will stay on their base. So a fly out to center for Ethan Smith.
Now batting for the Packers, number 7, Landon Trofgruben.
Caleb Anderson was 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a strikeout swinging, and now it is Landon Trofgruben, the sophomore. Number 7 will take over the number 7 spot in the batting lineup here for the Packers. Takes that first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. Trofgruben to right field. It'll drop for a hit. Coming in to score is Carson Twito. They'll hold the runner on. They'll hold the next runner there. So it's an RBI single for Trofgruben to right field, and that makes the score 20-0.
Now coming to the plate for the Packers, the catcher, number 9, Easton Heisler.
Easton Heisler will remain in the number 8 spot. He's 2 for 2, a single, and a walk. And this one down the third base line. He will step on the bag for the second out. Now fired across the diamond, and it's dropped. So they'll get the force out at third. It's now 21-0 as Leighton Hofflin will score. Tanner Larson out at third. Trofgruben up to second. Heisler up to first on an error.
Now coming to the plate for the Packers, number 22, Logan Vangerud.
That one is going to be caught and dropped. And another run will come in to score. 2 runs will score, I believe, right? Oh, okay, there was only, oh, that's right. There was nobody on third. So only 1 run will score.
Now coming to the plate for your Packers, number 3, Jordan Burchell.
And another error to record here. Trying to keep up with all the stats. And they'll make the catch for the 3rd out. That'll bring an end to the 3rd inning of play. They get 5 across the plate. It's 22-0 in favor of the West Fargo Packers here, heading into the 4th inning of play. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
That'll do it.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
All right, so some defensive changes here for West Fargo. Go through them here momentarily as ball 1 comes across the plate for Fargo Davies batter. Paul Narum is the batter here for Fargo Davies. And no, that's actually not Paul Narum. It is, instead, it is... Number 10 is, I think I have him on my list here, but maybe not. Lincoln Dybert is sophomore. There we go. He is the batter, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lincoln Dybert. Brady Medina now playing first. Leighton Hofflin in right field. Jordan Burchell in center field. Tanner Larson in left field. Carson Twidle, the shortstop. And the only one I'm missing is second base. We'll get that one updated here in a moment. Ethan Smith is playing second base. And it is now, let's see, 2-2, and was that? Yeah, that was, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 3 balls, 2 strikes now here to Lincoln Dybert. Okay, I think we got everything caught up to speed now here as far as all the changes. And swing and a miss for a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Logan Vangerud. That's out number 1. We're at 5:48.
Now coming to the plate for the Eagles, number 21, Easton Turnquist.
Approximately 12 minutes remaining in this game. And a strike is called there for Lincoln, or for, hang on, forgot to advance. Easton Turnquest is the batter. He's down on the count 0-2. And that one's outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No runners on, 1 out. And that's ball 2. Two balls and 2 strikes and a 22-0 lead here for the West Fargo Packers in the bottom of the 4th. Here on the Custom Express Car Wash scoreboard.
Come on.
Swing and a miss, and that is a strikeout. Strikeout number 2 for Vangerud, I believe, anyway.
Now coming to the plate for the Eagles, number 25, Keegan Wessels.
Keegan Wessels, a sophomore, steps into the number 7 spot in the batting lineup here for Fargo Davies. So clear the count here for Wessels. And the pitch comes right down the middle. Fastball, sinking fastball for a strike. Let's see here. Apparently I'm missing the catcher too. Oh, okay. I am not missing the catcher. Somehow he got out of my lineup here. Easton Heisler still catching for. Make sure that didn't mess up anything else. Nope, it doesn't appear that it has. 0-2 here to Wessels. Swing and a miss. And that's Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout number 3 for Logan Vangerud.
That'll do it for the Eagles in the top half of the 4th. They get no runs on no hits. There were no West Fargo errors and no runners left on base.
Batters 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Packers. We'll wait and find out who they are.
Medina, Twito, Hoffman.
I had it right. Medina, Twito, and Hoffman are indeed the 2, 3, and 4 batters that will bat here right after the break. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 22-0. Packers looking to add to that when we return after this here on Magnitude.
You may already know that at Close Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Close Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Close Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Signorama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signorama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signorama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signorama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
for West Fargo. Batting is Luke Ugarud, a senior, as we move into the bottom of the 4th inning. Packers, I have them down for should be at least 14 hits. I can't see the scoreboard. I have them for 14. That might say 14 out there. I'm not sure. 1 ball, no strike. Make it 2 balls, no strikes here to Ugarud. And he'll foul that one off for a strike. It's 2-1. Some nice cheering from the West Fargo dugout here for Ugarud. 2 balls and a strike. We'll have to double check our website to see if this might qualify for runs in a game. It's gonna be close if it hasn't. I'll find out for you here momentarily. And there's a walk. I know that.
Now come to the plate for the Packers, the shortstop, number 8, Carson Twido.
Carson Twido, 1 for 1. RBI single to center field last time he was at the plate. Swing and a miss for a strike here. Website's not loading up here, so if it ever does load up, I can get you that stat. That pitch missed for a ball, and it's 1-1 or 2-1. It's at least 1-1. And there's a strike. Maybe a little bit of a sympathy strike there. We'll see if we play beyond this inning or not as we approach the 6 o'clock hour now. Two balls and 2 strikes. And that's outside, and it's a full count. Runner on first is Luke Ugarud, the senior. Carson Twido, the senior. And on deck is Leighton Hoffland's the scheduled batter. We'll see if they change it up or not. This one hit out towards Laughlin, the shortstop, to second, and he'll tag him for the force out at second. Twido reaches on a fielder's choice. 6-4 on the tag out at, or the force out at second.
Now coming to the plate for the Packers, the right fielder, number 12, Leighton Hofflin.
And it will indeed be Hofflin. Hofflin got the single off the right knee of the pitcher last time he was at the plate. And this pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. And there's a walk, and that will put 2 runners on.
Now coming to the plate for your Packers, the left fielder, number 24, Tanner Larson.
Reached base on an error last time he was at the plate. The Eagles have now recorded a total of 7 errors in this game thus far. And low and out for a ball, 1-0. We're at 5:59 p.m., so it's possible that this will be the final inning of play. We'll find out, though. We were talking about that last inning, and we were wrong, so I don't think I'm going to go 0 for 2, though. Two balls, no strikes to Tanner Larson. And Larson will get the first strike as he fouls it off to the first base side. And this one hit towards third. Hasking up to second, out and over to first, safe. So out at second. So runners on the corners. Tanner Larson will reach on a fielder's choice.
Now coming to the plate for your Packers, the second baseman, number 5, Ethan Smith.
So Twito on third, Larson on first. Ethan Smith, the batter, flying out to center field on his last trip to the plate. We're 4 minutes shy of the 2-hour mark of this ball game. And that one's hit to left field. And Ken Kozadowski finished it off. And he can. He'll make the catch for the out, and that's the end of the fourth. We'll see if we have another inning when we come back after this. It's the first time the Packers are held scoreless in an inning here in this game. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, that's going to do it. Your final score, 22-0 after 4 innings of play. The West Fargo Packers will pick up the win, scoring a good chunk of those in the bottom of the second. Time of the game, 1 hour and 57 minutes through 4 innings of play. 22 runs on 14 hits. Eagles are showing, yes, that's right, 7 errors. They left a total of 5 on base, including the 2 in that last inning there. Eagles, no runs on a hit. It should be 1 West Fargo error, and they've left a total of 3 on base. Here, 1 hour and 57 minutes into the ball game. That's going to wrap it up for us. Our next game is hopefully, fingers crossed, tomorrow. Barnesville-Breckenridge scheduled for a doubleheader if the weather will cooperate at Reed Field in Barnesville. And then hopefully we'll see our first softball action on Friday as Barnesville's scheduled to play Park Rapids area, but the weather forecast is also scheduled to not be friendly to allowing that game to play. So we're going to put that under the pending status as well. Pulse 400 Stars have a doubleheader scheduled against Watertown. Once again, weather hopeful. And then Sunday, May 1st. May 1st and May 2nd don't look too friendly for weather either, but hopefully May 3rd is when the spring sports season will finally start clicking, and we'll start seeing a lot of games here between baseball, softball, soccer, track, and golf, and whatever other ones I'm forgetting. So that's going to do it for us here. Once again, your final score, 22-0 in favor of the West Fargo Packers. They improve to 2-1 on the season. We'll talk to you again soon, whenever the weather allows us, here on Magnitude Sports.
Seating has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com. for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.